Well, let's speak to Daniel Bertossa, who is General Secretary of the Public Services International Union, who represents tens of millions of workers across over 150 countries exposed to increased heat risk.
Well, this is a phenomenon that covers all countries, but obviously those workers in countries with the least public investment and the least resources are the most exposed. For example, we've recently been working with the Pakistani Community Health Workers Union, and these workers are women. They're particularly vulnerable to heat risk. They go door to door, and they provide care to over 100 million people. And one of these workers recently described how in a single day, 5 of her colleagues collapse from heat stroke. And this is very important. We don't want them at risk, and we don't want their patients at risk because they can't provide the services that we all rely on.
And I'm just seeing one line that says worker productivity drops by 2 to 3% for every degree above 20 degrees. And yet, does your union and do other unions really have much power to protect workers?
Well, when we talk about vulnerable workers, some of the most vulnerable workers are those that lack the power to say no or to demand the protections that they need. Because a lot of the protections are very obvious and common sense. Access to water, shade, rest periods. But if you're a precarious worker or you're a low-paid worker, or you don't have social protections and you're worried that if you stop work, you'll lose pay, or if you're not in a union and don't feel protected, then often these are the workers who are least able to say no, to stop working, or to demand very simple protections and conditions that can stop you from falling ill and dying. And our workers are demanding that of governments. We're also working with the International Labour Organization to make sure that these standards are being put in place internationally, and dealing with some of those underlying causes, the lack of investment in public infrastructure, increased staffing measures so that staff aren't overworked and therefore stressed, and also to end precarious work and provide social protections.
Okay.
But it is true that millions and billions of workers around the world are increasingly vulnerable. And we know that around 20,000 are dying each year, and that will increase if more is not done.
Okay. Daniel Bertossa, many thanks indeed.